gentlemen. Yes, okay.
Just like quick high fives. Not too though. Okay, long sleeves. Okay. No, fist bump, that's a good idea. Okay. You doing good?
Crazy.
Nobody's told me their names.
We'll have an opportunity to get to know more Greyson today.
Greyson Chance
And Ngee Ann Polytechnic with our guest student.
Oh my god.
Who's got the cheat sheet? I'm so lost. Who's got the cheat sheet? Alright, I'm coming down.
Wait, she.
Harry hates me already.
Thank you. This is yours, sir. All yours. Yes. Okay, I feel like I don't want to do this, but I have to do this just because, we have to go through the, because we're doing a little lecture right here. So allow me to just read a little bit of this intro for you. Okay, on April 28th, 2010, a video was uploaded to YouTube of a boy playing the piano and singing Lady Gaga's song Paparazzi at a 6th grade chorus performance or talent show. And since then, it's been viewed over 55 million times. His soulful, compelling voice has a sound like no other. Fast forward 6 years later, here we are with with an album to his name, performances on tours and various awards, and he has over 2 million followers on Twitter. I got about 1 million and no, I'm just kidding. Basically, he's a superstar. Ladies and gentlemen, please bring in, once again, if you haven't already, a warmest welcome to the passion man, the Greyson Chance. Welcome to Ngee Ann Polytechnic and welcome to our little press conference right
I'm
here.
excited to be here. That's like the nicest introduction I've gotten in a while.
Thank you, sir. I do my best.
Usually they just say this punk kid from Oklahoma is coming. But no, I'm very excited to be here. I got in last night super late. I know some of you saw me at the airport last night at like 4 a.m. in the morning. And so I'm excited to be here. Thanks.
Yes, and welcome to Singapore. Is this your first time to Singapore?
No, this is like my third. This is like my third or fourth. I'm practically.
I'm giving you the option to stand up or to sit down. It's up to you. You good? Okay, yeah.
I'm practically a local.
Nice. Okay, so shall we begin? Anybody who wants to throw in the first question? Okay,
We got.
she's like right there.
I don't know if everyone has seen as well. She just got a tattoo of. Is that me smoking a cigarette or you smoking a
It
cigarette?
can be.
Okay.
Okay, this is me and then this is you.
Okay. And it says somewhere over my head, her parents are going to kill her, basically. But that's okay.
My question is.
What's your name?
My name is Patricia. I'm gonna marry you someday.
Okay.
And my question is, based off like what happened recently in Orlando, how do you feel about it? Because I myself am a queer person and I feel very affected by it. I want to know what you feel about it.
Well, it was it was a really tough weekend in America because I don't know if you guys, if you saw that Christina Grimmie was also shot and killed in a meet and greet, and then what happened in Orlando. We're just in a really tough time in America right now, with gun control and a lot of things going on. But I think there's, I actually just this afternoon, because I'm a bit still jet lagged, I actually saw Jimmy Fallon said something about it. And the best thing that we can do right now is to just stay unified as not just like Americans, but just as a world of like good people who aren't violent, who aren't going to be discriminatory. And we just need to stand beside our LGBT citizens in the entire world, not just in America, but everywhere else. So very sad, but I think there's more good people in this world than there are bad people. So I don't know if I'm allowed to curse, but
Just be yourself.
fuck anyone that's
I have one more question. What is the craziest thing a fan has ever done for you?
ever done for me or done to me? Two different things. Done for me.
Except for me.
There was one time I was back in my house in Oklahoma, and we keep my address. My address is like, it's kind of hard to find, right? Don't go looking for it, please. And someone had found it, and he had sent. It was an older fan, and he had sent me a catalog of Beatles records, but like original Beatles LPs, and so that was amazing. But there's been so many, like even last night again, I got into the airport and like people were handing me things, and everyone is just, you guys give me some incredible things, so I'm always very thankful towards that. So, so in conclusion, fuck anyone who condones violence, and Beatles LPs are badass.
All right, thank you. Next question.
Hi,
Long time no see.
I'm Natalie, and okay, from your album, my personal favorite is Hit and Run, but I would like to ask this for all your songs. What's the story behind each and every one? I mean, I'm more especially for Hit and Run. You know?
Yeah, so Hit and Run is, the tagline of that record is don't call me something. Is don't call me something I'm not. I'm my father's son. I'm a hit and run. And so what that basically means is I just wanted to, I'm sometimes a very non-committal person. I sometimes go around. I love being on the go. I love traveling. I don't like staying in one place entirely. And I was talking to my dad one night, and he was telling me these stories about how he was younger and how he would just, you know, go through all these girls and just do all these crazy things. And I like this sort of kind of story about saying like, I'm really wild. And you're never gonna hold me down. And the rest of the songs, though, I would say like a generalized thing. I, as a songwriter, and I don't know if anyone else in this room writes music, but you write from your own experience, right? So anything that happens in my life, and sometimes the smallest things turn out to be really great songs. And so every song on the EP has kind of a little story behind it. And you know, Afterlife was about a friend who I thought I was gonna lose to suicide for a long time. More Than Me is like a big heartbreak record that has a lot to do about Oklahoma. And so each song kind of has a separate story, but Hit and Run's a tribute to my dad and his crazy ways.
Thanks for that question. Oh, we have a question.
Yeah, way up top. Let's go way up top.
Way on, yeah.
I got a rap.
Hi Grayson.
Hi.
I'm Shara. I'm a designer at Video.
Okay, amazing.
So I designed the poster.
You did an incredible job.
Thank you.
Absolutely beautiful.
Thank you. I understand your voice has changed a lot since your last EP. I'm very curious.
I don't know what you're talking about.
It's very deep now. Yeah, so I'm very curious to how you sound like singing your older songs. Like Waiting Outside the Line.
Yeah.
Can you sing that?
Is anyone coming to the show on Saturday?
Yes!
You'll hear a bit of it, so you'll get to see
Sing
that.
it now. Sing it
Oh
now.
no.
Surprising the show.
That would not be good for Saturday. No, it's, yeah, you know, my voice, it was actually really tough. It was like a tough transition, I'm not gonna lie. But I kind of just went through it. I don't really like go around singing Unfriend You or like Waiting Outside the Lines too much like in my spare time, I'm not gonna lie. But I can, yeah, you'll hear some older songs this weekend, but I don't know, they're, as you can imagine, it wasn't just like a little steady drop, right? Like, we're deep now. Okay, so I had to adjust a bit, but not too bad.
Okay.
Thank you.
Wait for Saturday then.
Oh, please.
Yes, wait for the show. You got questions on that side of the gallery?
Real side.
Hi, I'm Kenley, and I just wanted to ask how it feels like finally being done with high school, and how you've been able to juggle making music, other events in your school. Congratulations on
Thank you. I just graduated last week. This week, actually. Thank you. I graduated with, I think, like a 3.9, which in America I had. Yeah, so. I'm not gonna lie though, I cheated so much in my math class. Don't put that online, by the way, seriously. But I did. And so I know we're in a university, but if you have to cheat in math, just do it. Just seriously, just cheat. It's fine. It's way too hard. It feels actually really good. When I took my last final, I was just like, I was thinking about it and I said, wow, you've been working on this for a long time, but for so long, like, it's been nice because I've only been here for a day, but like, for example, we had some downtime this morning because I'm trying to get adjusted to the time zone. Normally I would be doing school, like that was my entire thing. So when I was traveling like as a kid and when I was like writing music and touring around, I was always having to do school. And so it was tough, but also too, it was like a nice way to get away from everything and like to tell my managers and stuff to be like, hey, you can't talk to me for like 4 hours because I'm like doing my like education. And because they can't fight that. They can't be like, well, no, like, you know, because school's important. So yeah, it was hard, but I worked really hard on it. I think education is so important. So everyone should stay in school and like you should really work hard on it because it's not just like you making a good grade on a test. It's you like being disciplined to really sit down and do something. So yeah, I'm like pumped about it. We need to celebrate.
Congrats. Any plans of going on to college, university, or future?
I would hope to. I think I'm going to take some online classes as well to try to just start some college things. But no, I would love to go to college one day. But we'll get there when we get there.
We're opening. Oh, well, here in Singapore.
You got a law school here?
No, not in this school, but a lot of schools here in Singapore you can choose from. Next question, please. Okay, yeah, lady.
Hi, Greyson. I'm Kimberly. Can you describe your EP in 3 words?
Wow. Okay. Okay, that's super hard. I would say. See, when you talk about yourself and when you talk about your own music, you just really feel like conceited a lot. Like you feel like so self-absorbed. So let me say, okay, I would say it's authentic. I'll give you that. 1,000,000%. If you guys think that artist Greyson is different than normal Greyson, I assure you he is not. And so I would say it's authentic. I would say it's a bit edgy. You know, it's maybe different than what I did from the past. And this is a bunch of words, but just so you know, I wrote everything starting on the piano. I think that's like something cool that I'm really proud about, is that all those songs that you hear on the EP all started on the keys. So that's not really 3 words, but I think that works.
Most important 3 words somewhere there.
Yeah. So
yeah. Okay, we got this lovely lady over here.
Hi, I'm Elaine. I would like to know if what are your top 3 things on your bucket list?
Wow, I like this question a lot. Okay, let me think. Top 3 things on my bucket list. Have a beer with President Obama. And Bill Clinton, if I could get those 2 just sitting down at a bar. Would be really fun. Yeah, I hope that'd be fun. I really want to climb like not like Everest, because like I would die. Well, I'd die quick. I'd be like the first one. But like some like crazy high mountain to just be like, yeah, I did that. And I want to skydive really bad. Yeah, I really want to do a skydiving trip. And I'm sure like have like a Grammy. Yeah, you gotta. No. add something music in there, right?
I'll be really excited when that happens finally.
Yeah.
Skydiving.
I can skydive with
Which one would you want to do first? Skydiving first? Meet Bill Clinton and Barack Obama? Or?
I would like to hike up a mountain and then jump off it while having a beer with President Obama.
All right, why not? Great answer. Our next question is...
Yeah, up there.
Okay.
Yeah. Bring the mic over to him. You better have a good question.
Well, I think it is.
So hi, Grayson. I'm Amir, and my question is, okay, I did research on a couple of your interviews in the past, and I know you're a big fan of Spider-Man.
Yeah. Well, I like the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man.
Okay, then I got something, but okay, do you still love Spider-Man that much? Did you like love him in Civil War and stuff?
Oh.
Just honest answer, we're waiting.
I don't watch superhero movies anymore. I know, guys. I was back in Oklahoma this past weekend, and let's just say that it was like 4 a.m. and I like got into a yelling argument with my friends about this. Every superhero movie, they destroy the town. And then the poor taxpayer is then left to like rebuild the town, and then Captain America comes back again and is like, oh no, like, you know, we're gonna do it again.
We need to destroy it again.
They just keep on destroying cities and the whole Civil War thing. It's like, guys, like, I mean, if I was in charge, I'd be like, we need to just get rid of these guys, like all of them. Like, I would lead that campaign of like, screw Spider-Man, screw Captain America, like, get out of here. But the original Spider-Mans, the Tobey Maguire ones, I messed with those so hard, like 1,000,000%. And I do like Batman a lot.
Okay, cool.
But I don't, Captain America,
Which is funny because actually, all right,
Talking about Tobey
wait,
Maguire.
what?
We got you as Spider-Man from the Tobey Maguire toys.
Wait, are you serious? He's better than the new Spider-Man. Because you saw the new, I even saw the new Spider-Man in the Civil War movie. Kid's skinnier than I am. I'm not impressed. Tobey Maguire was awesome.
Let's take a little photo with the Spider-Man and Grayson. Okay, you guys ready? And 1, 2.
I feel like he needs to do something with Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Amir, for that question. And questions from up there? Okay, Tim is like...
You're getting a workout today.
Getting a workout today.
So, General, before we answer this question, do you guys like the EP?
Yes! Why do you think I get a tattoo?
Okay. I know Patricia likes it. She's got it up here, but everyone else. Okay.
Hi, my name is Jasmine, and I would like to ask, would you rather eat a durian or cucumber?
I would rather jump off from that mountain. So last time I was in KK, actually, in Malaysia, they said, hey, there's this thing, it's called durian. The radio station is going to have you try it. It's like a food that some people really like, some others don't, right? And I was like, I can handle it, whatever. We go into the radio station. This smell like just knocks me out. And then they're like, well, it tastes better than it smells, whatever. And like, what I imagine like human flesh like feels like is what durian like felt like, and like just gross, right? And then I swear, like, if I talked to the Hits FM people, it was Hits FM, and I was like, if you guys even come close to me with a durian, I'm going to lose it. I'm seriously, you're gonna see a Grayson that you've never seen before. Like, I'm gonna lose it. So, cucumber, I'd much rather have the cucumber, because like, that's manageable. Does anyone like durian here? Okay. There's an exit right there. Just single file it and get the hell out.
I'm gonna just say this, durian is the bomb. That's why we have a theater shaped after it, because we love durian so much.
All right, so we now know that durian, no, not for Grayson.
No, not for Grayson, not for Grayson.
Yeah.
All right, here, we haven't seen from these guys over here? Oh, but that's a far away. Oh, okay.
Tim with his workout routine.
Hi, I'm Isabel.
Hey, Isabel.
So your voice has changed a lot throughout the years. Would you say that your music style has changed as well? And what inspired this change?
I'm gonna get hydrated first. I think there's been a change because I've just gotten older. I think that's like the most simple way that I could probably say it. I think, you know, what I wanted to talk about as a 14 and 15-year-old as a songwriter has changed drastically to what I want to talk about as now an 18-year-old. Even though it's a short time span, you know, that's where you see a lot of change. But I think on like a production-wise and a style-wise, but that's another thing too. I change my music taste like all the time to what I listen to. Right now, you know, it's the summers in Oklahoma are really they're very like, I don't know if you guys even know where Oklahoma is, but it's flat land, it's countryside. It's very, okay, there you go. It's very like, it's very symbolic, right? So every time summer rolls around, I just want to hear some like redneck guy being like, I drank a beer, and I went to that tree and we kissed or whatever. And so it changes as time goes on and just as things change throughout my life. So I think that really affects the way I write music as well too. Right now even I'm gonna play a song on Saturday called Seasons, which is a new record I wrote that wasn't really if I would have played it alongside the EP records, it doesn't really make sense. But that's just like how music evolves, right? And as a writer. So my style has changed because I've changed and I've gotten older, and it will continue to, I think. Thank you. Oh, and why don't we go to Isabel's friend? Is that a real septum ring? Or is it?
Yeah, it's real.
Ooh, did that hurt?
On a scale of 1 out of 10, I would say 3.
Okay.
Good one.
Okay.
The nose one is like 1.
I can't, like, we were talking about tattoos earlier. I'm like, I wanted so many tattoos before I turned 18. And I went to a tattoo shop and saw my friend get one, and I was like, no.
Oh yeah, the one on the rib is like 6 or 7 out of 10. Yeah, mine hurt.
Wait, you have a rib tattoo?
Yeah, over here.
Oh my god. Kids in Singapore are crazy, man.
Okay, hi, I'm Eliza. My question is, considering it's your 4th time here,
yeah,
you have suddenly gotten some opportunities to try some local delights, right? What is like your favorite, or which one is the most impressionable one?
I haven't gotten it yet. I'm blaming Sarah for that. But, and you know what I'm about to say. She's black pepper crab. Do you guys know this crab that you guys eat? Yeah, that's like my favorite thing. I've said it in every interview. They've been like, what's your favorite thing to eat in Singapore? That is like amazing to me. So I really like that a lot. But even like I had sushi today. You guys are so spoiled. Like you really don't know. Like seriously, like the sushi's amazing here. And no, I like trying all the different food. So I come here, I have black pepper crab. If anyone ever comes to Oklahoma, I'll show you guys real fried chicken instead of KFC, I can assure you.
Thank you.
Okay, who do we have? Who hasn't answered a question? Who hasn't asked one yet? I don't think, up there, right? She hasn't asked one yet?
Hi Grayson, my name is Denise.
Hey, nice to meet you.
So it's been so long since you last released a new EP. So how does it feel like promoting again?
It's still a really surreal sort of thing right now. This might be a more long form answer to your question, but I think it was, so last time I was in Singapore, it was a couple of years back, and yeah, 2012. And so the reason why it's been such a long time is because I had to go through a lot of just a lot of kind of bad stuff in the industry and trying to find my footing again. I got dropped on my label in 2012, actually, in the end of the year. And so I had to take a lot of time and kind of had to get, for lack of a better term, kind of had to get my shit together. I had to figure out where things were going to go. And so, but what has been so great for that is that I've been able to take time for this EP and really be patient with it. And really, I mean, we probably have like over 100 songs in the catalog that I wrote from the time the label dropped me to when I put out this music. But that allowed me to kind of grow up with a lot of things, really emphasize what I wanted to write about, what I wanted to talk about. And so it took me a while, but how does it feel promoting it? It feels amazing. The fact that like I've been sitting on More Than Me for such a long time, that's one of my favorite records from the EP. And the fact that you guys can now listen to that and talk about it, and it makes me smile to ear to ear. And so it feels very good to promote it. And to be back in Singapore.
Yes, absolutely. You're natural promoting things, and you have a huge fan base here in Singapore.
I'm really excited for Saturday. It's going to be a really fun time.
Okay, we have time for one more question, unfortunately.
Oh, wow.
So
Okay.
You can have your pick.
Okay. Oh, wow. No. Okay, let me think. Okay, my friend came to the airport last night, so let's get him a mic.
Okay.
And a guy in the white Adidas shirt.
Hi, Sherman. Do you still remember any Singlish words?
Do I remember any what?
Singlish words.
Singlish words.
I know La. That's kind of good. I should probably know more, right?
I'm not. State I might.
That's a curse word, isn't it?
State I might. State I might. Like you wanna be my state? My state as in boyfriend. Yeah, my boyfriend.
Oh, it's stay what? Stay on mine.
Yes, that's a yes. That's a yes.
Sounded like I was from Barbados or something. Stay on mine.
Maybe you can teach him one.
Yeah, give me one.
English word.
Shook.
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 S-H-I-O-K. Shook.
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 Shook. Okay, let me ask you something. What would I say to like, say I'm walking down the street and say a car almost hits me, and I really want to give them like a really mean thing? What would I say? What would I say?
You said Chiba.
Is that good?
It's really bad, which makes it good.
Okay. I'm not gonna say that on the mic, but thank you. Okay. All right.
Maybe say alama.
Alema. Or just kick the car and say.
Or Greyson, do what a lot of Singaporeans do, like.
Let me tell you, no matter what language you speak and no matter what part of the world you travel, everybody knows the F word. I can assure you that.
Absolutely.
Guys, thank you so much.
Thank you so much for your questions. Let's give it up for Greyson Chance. A warm, big, really loud round of applause.
I want to thank our host today, seriously. This is
Thank
so much
you.
fun. Thanks for having us.
Thanks, Greyson. Looking forward to catching up with you.
Thank you guys for coming, and I hope to see, if not most of you, but hopefully all of you on Saturday, hopefully at the show. And if you can't make it out, we have an EP out, and hopefully you can listen to it. And if you don't like it, I apologize, but I hope you will. So thank you guys so much.
Thank you, Greyson Chance, and thank you, everybody. Another round of applause.
Sorry, man.
No problem. Thank you.
Hi, Greyson! Hi, Greyson!
All right.
Thank you.
Talk to the deep end, moving my cigarette light, waiting for something to spark, but you left me in the dark. Mistakes that you made in the past, cutting through you like their glass. There are no words I can paint, longing in your face. I just wanna hold you, keep you in my world. But you wanted to go higher, take the chance and explore. Thought I was more than you have to lie, thought I was more than love. You hit the edge of your desire, let the story unfold. Thought I was more, thought I was more than love, baby. It's an amazing venue. It's really hot out, but it's still amazing. And I want to thank you guys for coming out. This has been an amazing trip to Singapore. Unfortunately, I've only been here for 3 days. I gotta leave, but thank you guys so much for coming out and supporting the EP and for buying it.
Okay, let you all do your thing. Hi, Grace!